Radhe Krishna friends, I am Ruchi, founder Hen, her entrepreneurial network, a platform to bring women entrepreneurs together to inspire, inform, and support each other build successful businesses along with balanced lives. Hen lives are spaces where we come in to discuss different subjects. We don't come here to just talk about what we do. We come here to talk about what's happening in world and how do we solve each other's problem. Today we've come up with one such problem. Research shows 15 to 20% couples in India are infertile. When I went deep into knowing what is the reason, PCOS is something we hear so often. Tubal factor infertility, low sperm count, and so many reasons. The third thing we often hear is IVF. करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए बहुत महंगा है सक्सेस मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा while I was reading about all this, here comes one person in our network who says, guys, I can help you get your fertility through diet. I can boost your fertility through diet. Now that is intriguing, isn't it? So let's bring her on. Let's talk about how to boost fertility through diet. And with us is Dr. Rekha from Pune, founder Lifestyle Studio. Welcome, Dr. Rekha.
Hi, Ruchi. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for joining in.
Thank you for the wonderful introduction you gave.
Thank you.
Let's start.
Yes, absolutely. So, do you want to tell us some stories? How, because when you say you have done this, let's hear what kind of results is possible to start with.
See, there are daily we have a number of stories because when a woman comes with lots of things, and motherhood or achieving a parenthood is not only about a female; it's about a male, female together, as completing a family many times because they plan for their second baby, or if it's the first baby also, so starting their own family. So recently, I had a case from one of the capitals of India. So the lady, she was a girl of almost 32 years. She has went through three miscarriages. And when she went through the first miscarriage, that time she connected me. Her gynec already told that she has many kinds of deficiencies and all those things which will create obstacles in her pregnancy, and she should directly go for IUI or IVF. But she was hesitant for that. And when she enrolled with us, she conceived after enrolling with us within 2 months. But that time again the miscarriage happened. So we analyzed what is the root cause of it. There was a lot of stress with her. Her nutrients were not up to the levels. She was taking supplements, but they were not getting absorbed. Many times her food was also up and down. Her body clock and her food clock were totally different. These are two things which need to be synchronized. Then we worked again with her, and finally she conceived third time, and now she is carrying 22 weeks. In first both the times she had a miscarriage at 8 weeks, 12 weeks, not hearing the heartbeat, and this is 20 weeks. She is now able to see the baby through scan, so we are happy with that. And she still continued with me. She's in regular touch. So we want, it's not only about conception, but it's all about journey also. See, baby is a destination, but you need to go through a journey.
Yeah.
And till 25 to 28 weeks, yes, you need to be more cautious when you had a past history of miscarriage, or any you have any concerns regarding your complete reproductive systems. It can be
Yeah.
cyst, it can be PCOD, polycystic ovary, it can be having blockages in tube, and so many things.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This makes us happy and more, what you can say, lively when we hear these kinds of or
Of
experience these
course.
kinds of
Of
daily.
course. Of course, you guys are connected with somebody's dream journey. So,
Yes.
so of course, I agree. Are there any other stories before we get into telling you about tips
two
and
days
tricks?
So 2 days back, I got a message from one of the client. She was 121 kgs. She's still 121 kgs. And when she connected me, she was referred by my gynecologist. I work with the gynecologist in Pune. And at that time, she was 121 kgs, already went through one miscarriage, having borderline blood sugars at the age of 33, and she was very depressed and stressed out. She was so much higher side of the weight. She has tried so many diets, but nothing was sustainable. She was not able to lose weight, and that's why she was not able to conceive. She started with us within 4 weeks. She lost 3 kgs, not too much, also, not even 5% of her total weight. And she conceived. And she decided to continue with the pregnancy at 121 kgs. Me, my
Wow.
gynecologist, as a team, we worked. And it is not a effort of a single person, but yes, it is an effort of your whole team.
Yeah.
So in throughout the 9 months, we took care. We make sure that she should not gain a weight, and she delivered baby on 6th of October. Baby girl, healthy baby girl.
Wow.
She is also fine. Her blood sugar levels were controlled throughout 9 months. Her BP didn't raise up. Her weight increased from 121 to only 123 kgs. So only 2 to 3 kgs she gained. She enjoyed a lot of food during 9 months because her husband was in food business. So she used to crave a lot. She used to love noodles, pasta, vada pav, and she used to
Ah,
eat also. So we make sure that she should enjoy the cravings, at the same time maintain a good health. And finally, as I said, we sailed the boat and she delivered a healthy baby. She messaged me 2 days back, thanking me, the whole team. And
of
that moment
course.
was like, we were so happy. It was our Diwali time.
Of
Like,
course.
because
Of
a
course.
baby has arrived at home safely, the mother is safe. So,
It is
this
Roshni,
is Roshni. Yes, the
of
Lakshmi ji
course.
has came
But
herself.
tell me something. What was her age at 121 weight? What
33
age?
kg, 33 years, 33 years. She was
So
33 years.
33-year-old woman with 121 kg weight, you could get her to conceive and deliver a happy, healthy child.
Yes.
Interesting, by increasing just 3 kilos over 9 months additionally.
Yes. So this is a
All right.
big time myth that during pregnancy you shouldn't put on 10 kgs, 20 kgs. This is a big time myth. You
Mm-hmm.
should not gain weight. We are grown up adults. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't need to grow up. Your baby needs to grow well. That's what always I suggest to my clients.
Interesting. So before we get deep into it, quickly tell our viewers what has been your experience and what brings you focused and create a space as a fertility coach.
So if I say in 18 years of my journey as a nutritionist and 9 years of journey as a fertility nutritionist or a gynec nutritionist, you know, nutrition has the power that it can help you to cure almost all diseases. I won't say medicine is not required in many cases. In diseases like cancer, yes, you need them. And the cases which are has a challenge because many times it's out of our hands. But yes, nutrition plays a very important role. Many times we have seen you go through a multiple IUI or IVF, 6 IUI, 7 IUI, 2 IVF, 3 IVF, 4 IVF, still no success.
Yeah.
Why? Because your nutrition is lacking. After these failures of IUI and IVF, still a person conceives naturally. We have seen that with good diet. So
Wow.
it's not mandatory to choose IUI or IVF, but yes, when you need it, your doctor, your gynecologist is the person to trust. And that too, you should not depend on one, but you should go on taking couple of opinions. That's equally important. And you, as a human being, we come to know, as a female
Yeah.
especially, we can judge that whether the person sitting in front of us is advising us right or wrong. So you should have your calculations done before. Never jump into IUI, IVF directly. I won't say if it needed, never back up. But yes, make sure you work on your lifestyle first. Give it a chance. When you do, people go to mandir, masjid, gurdwara. That's a faith. You should do that if it's your faith. But keep one faith on your own lifestyle. Nothing
Hmm.
else but your own lifestyle is the best thing. Sleep on time. There are many factors which are included in the lifestyle. So,
So I was just coming to it since you mentioned so much about lifestyle. Let's unveil this. What are important things to look at in our lifestyle? What are the problems that you see in mostly people, and how do we rectify them?
So there are five pillars basically, we call it as your food, the basic one, your exercise, your sleep, your stress, and your water consumption. So work on these five pillars, and trust me, you can see the change within 2 or 3 days in your own self, in your energy levels, in your moods, in your lethargy, everything you can just work on with these five pillars because these are base of your life.
So you said food, sleep, exercise, water,
Stress.
stress. Okay. Now let's go through these five pillars one by one by one. I will come to food at the last because it
Yes.
is the widest. So let's
Yes.
start with water.
Okay, so see, 80% of the role is played by food. Rest of the 20% by rest 4. So each pillar 5%. Simply, you don't need to do anything to work any extra. If I say simply, you need 20 kgs per liter. Whatever
Okay.
your weight is, so stop thinking कि मैं कितना पी रहा हूँ. First, start putting a small efforts. Keep
Mm-hmm.
a bottle of 100 ml beside you. Drink every hour. Switch on your ACs, or if it's a breezy weather, just full your fan. Automatically, you need to rush to a washroom. Whenever you go to a washroom, make a habit after washroom, first you drink water, then start your working, whether you are into a sitting job or any moderate kind of job. But make sure after your washroom, you drink water first. And
Hmm.
20 kgs, when I say per 20 kgs per liter, so it applies to male and female both, not to kids but male and female both. And automatically when you start drinking water good, 2 3 days you will feel urge for it.
Hmm.
Many people avoid water consumption so that they should not use washroom.
Hmm.
If you do like that, your kidneys get affected.
Hmm.
So, in a long run, you may save yourself from those couple of months, but in a long
Hmm.
run, definitely it's going to affect your kidneys, your other organs, because water is very essential.
Interesting. So the easiest thing that you mentioned was 1 liter for every 20 kgs.
Yes,
Okay. Now second, and my other input is whenever you're going to the washroom, come back and have a glass of water.
yes.
Make that into a habit to create a habit of drinking enough water to start with. We always hear, put alarm, keep a bottle filled around, just for you to consume it easily. But yes, to our viewers, if you have any other problem that you feel why you're not able to drink enough water, feel free to type in the meantime. Let's go to the next, sleep.
So,
How do? Mhm.
6.5 hours of sleep is mandatory. See,
Okay.
sleep is divided into three segments. First 2 hours is a light sleep. Next 2 to 4 hours is a deep sleep when your catabolic process happens. So, everyone talks about metabolism. What is actually a metabolism? It is two things involved, a catabolic process and an anabolic process. Anabolic process happens throughout the day when you are working, when you are eating. Every normal process includes anabolic process. Catabolic process happens when you only sleep. The last 2 hours is again a light sleep. When it's the time to again wake up, body prepares itself to
Hmm.
wake up. So if
Hmm.
you don't finish all the three processes, your sleep is incomplete. You may have experienced. So the day you sleep only 5 hours, next day you are lot of bloating is there, weight is up, you feel more hungry, cravings are there. Why? Because your catabolic process has not happened. More than a gym, people burn calories in sleep.
Oh, that's interesting. People burn more calories while sleeping and not gymming.
Yes, because in sleep, your complete processes get complete. Your
Hmm.
all the nutrients get their respective organs. They go to their respective organ, the processes, the enzymes, all these things happen when you sleep. So if your sleep is disturbed, all these processes are going to get hooked up. If they are
Hmm.
not going to happen, definitely your body is going to suffer. So if you had a fried on that night and you are not sleeping well, or you had two pegs and you're not sleeping well, the body is not going to utilize it. It will
Hmm.
deposit it, and next day you feel lot of bloating, or as I said, the last night hangover. All those things goes on.
Interesting. So these are inputs for everybody by large. But just what you're saying is if you're looking to conceive, and these are inputs for both a man and a woman, they both can follow these basic things to get to a healthy lifestyle, right?
Yes.
And
So,
also,
for male also, sleep is very important, because if your sleep is disturbed, your sperm quality gets affected.
hmm, hmm, yeah. So it's important to maintain your sleeping hours. So 6.5 hours is enough, or 8 hours is what you're suggesting?
6.5 hours mandatorily. If you
Hmm.
can take the leisure of 8 hours, that's great.
Okay, awesome. All right. So we've spoken about water, we've spoken about sleep. Now let's come to exercise. What do you mean by exercise when it comes to boosting fertility?
So, exercise doesn't have a proper definition. People think going to gym, doing yoga, doing Zumba, or 2 hours of strength training or any HIT training or workout is important as exercise. Exercise means movement. What is important is you should move. Nowadays, 80% either male or female are into sitting jobs. Due to
Hmm.
sitting jobs, your reproductive system doesn't get proper oxygen supply. Because if you
Hmm.
are sitting for a long hours, your reproductive system get hooked up and it doesn't get a proper oxygen supply. So if you don't have a time for gym or yoga or Zumba, don't do exercise. What you do, make sure every 1 hour you move. If you are sitting for 10 hours job, 10 moments in a day can help you. After your meals, like you had lunch, you had dinner, for your lunch you move from one place to another place. Make sure you just move for 5 minutes more. I'm not saying 1 hour, 30 minutes. No, only 5 minutes. Maybe instead of, like many people tell you that instead of driving a car to a market, park before, and then, so at home also, if you do, many people give reasons, there was a rain, there was a traffic. You do at home, from your living room to your bedroom, from your bedroom to a kitchen to a balcony. 2 rounds of your house are good enough. Every 1 hour, if you take one round of your house, that is also good enough. So movement is important, not contributing to 2 hours or 1 hours in gym. Because if you contribute 1 hour to a gym and rest of the day you are lying down or sitting, it's of no use. It's a zero value. It's equal to zero value. So just
Very
move.
interesting. Very interesting. What you're saying is exercise is about movement. Movement is about just every hour, and it's easy. Just move around your house and you're sorted. Interesting. All right. Let's go to the fourth point, which is stress.
So, if I say this is a main culprit for not conceiving or getting fertility issues or PCOS or any hormonal issues, see, stress arrives when you allow it. Simply once in a week, make sure you get a holiday. And what we do on a holiday, घर के काम, market के काम, 1 घंटा अपने लिए, मे बी घर के काम और मार्केट के काम करो, but you enjoy your time with it. So, go for a holiday, picnic. You know, friends are the best stress busters, and I guess everyone will agree with that. So make
Absolutely.
sure you indulge in anything. It can be any form, maybe a sport, maybe a art. Not mandatorily you need to prefer a sport only. No, you can prefer a art, maybe music, sitting and playing any instrument. That also works. watching a TV. You watch Netflix, correct? But that Netflix watch should be a stress booster. No, it should be a stress reliever. What we do, we see the more of a fighting, or nowadays the OTT series are also stress creating.
I
So,
agree.
something which helps you. When we were kids, we used to love to see cartoons. Go in,
Hmm.
the cartoon channels are still there, and
Hmm.
maybe you have any favorite cartoon characters, dress up like that. See, we anyway spend money to a doctor's, better spend money with something which can help you. So
Hmm.
enjoy your weekend at least. That will help you to relieve your stress. Deep breathing is also a very good method, and you don't need to go anywhere. You are sitting now, you can deep breathe. You are
Hmm.
lying down, you can deep breathe. You are just standing, deep breathe. Deep breathing doesn't require any specific position, but yes,
Hmm.
it helps you to relieve stress. See,
Hmm.
very small thing is required to stress. Give a smile to unknown person. Call to a lost friend. कुछ भी बेवकूफ़ी हरकत करो, but करो. That will make you happy and relaxed at the same time. And when your stress level reduces, automatically your fertility boosts up. Your conception chances increases almost by 15%. That's a
Wow. That's interesting. Thank you. What I'm enjoying is you're giving very simple to dos anybody can do at any given point in time. Interesting. Now let's address the big elephant in the room, food.
So I tell you, food or the word diet, um, it is more of a I can say लोगों ने हवा बना दिया है, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
Diet doesn't mean leaving your favorite food, or diet doesn't mean um, adapting your fancy foods or eating only boiled soup, salads, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
Simple, I can say couple of things if you do in your daily routine. Include one fruit in a day. That can be your banana also. Banana is easiest thing you get. हर मौसम में मिलता है, every season you get. Nearby to your home you get. You don't need to search for a banana. Keep bedside when you sleep. Early morning, wake up, have first thing in a day. So people think banana gains weight. No, not at all. One elaichi banana has almost 60 to 80 calories, which is equal to one apple, orange, pear, guava, whatever you consider as. So people will tell you ki the fruits which are more sweetened will gain weight. No, any fruit doesn't have a fat and protein. Fruits have only carbs and calories, nothing else. If you eat a fruit throughout the day, you will not feel hungry. It will provide you a good fiber and good micronutrients. People run behind macros, calorie, protein, fat. They will tell you cut down on calories, cut down on fat, and increase your protein. But you need to work on your micronutrients. Those are your vitamins and minerals. When you balance them, automatically your macros are balanced. So, first thing you can do, include one fruit daily. As I said, it can be any fruit. Any means any. If you are a mango lover and it is a mango season, you can eat mango also. But it should be seasonal one. Secondly, make sure you include vegetable in your lunch and dinner. So many people do vegetable and sabzi for roti and sabzi for their lunch, and roti and sabzi for their dinner. If you are including a one vegetable, prefer it to be a protein combination. Maybe usad, any pulses, paneer. If you don't like paneer, make it simple curry. You can
Mm-hmm.
make curd curry also. That's super easy. Or
Mm-hmm.
eating moong chole rajma is also fine. You can't
Mm-hmm.
make different things like a vegetable and a protein, mix them up. You can make dal palak, dal loki, dal turai. You don't need to cook two separate things. Or cook vegetable and a chapati, add a bowl of curd with your meal. It will
Mm-hmm.
also increase your protein. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not only emphasis on protein, but Your protein, your carbs, your vegetable, all three should be there.
Hmm.
So that is important.
Hmm.
Then make sure you include nuts, any nut. It can be almond, walnut, cashew, seeds. Nowadays, people are too fond of seeds because of these viral reels and all that. So
Hmm.
include them, but keep 1 teaspoon only. But yes,
Hmm.
seeds do interfere with your hormonal health because many seeds have phytoestrogens like sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. So they do interfere with your estrogen and progesterone levels. So before that, ask maybe your qualified dietitian or your doctor. Otherwise, you can include almonds, walnut, cashew, pista, unsalted one. These anything you can anjeer, dry figs. You can include any, and you don't need to include too much. You can maybe, and you don't need. It's not necessary. You should go on changing or include all. Take a almonds, pav bhar almonds liya, keep it into your bag. Daily munch too. That's also fine, good to go. They will give you omega 3, omega 6, lots of vitamin and minerals. This will help before
Hmm.
going to bed. Consume something like maybe a milk, which will help you to release your stress. So tryptophan is a you can say it's a kind of amino acids which help to improve your stress levels, and that is available only in milk. So before going
Hmm.
to bed, you can consume milk. That will help you. You don't need
Hmm.
to do any fancy things, but only simple things. No one is saying you to leave your rice roti. If you eat rice, eat your rice along with vegetable or a dal. It's your choice, but it should be equal portion. What we do, we take 1 katori of rice and half katori of dal. It should be
Hmm.
equal rice, equal dal. Don't reduce the quantity of your dal.
Hmm. This is a good input. One katori rice plus one katori dal.
Yes. You need to equal balance it. That's all. Nothing
Hmm.
else.
Hmm. 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 Interesting. So, Dr. Rekha, you made it sound very simple. Now, I'm sure people who must be seeing it, either they can think, wow, this is possible, or they may think, really, what are you saying? This is for everybody. What is so special about fertility over here? How do you address to something like that?
So, see why PCOS or fertility issue arise when you start avoiding yourself, when you
Hmm.
neglect yourself. In your normal course of life, also, every female goes through menarche, then pregnancy, and menopause. All three phases. I'm so sorry.
No problem. You want to go have some water and come?
No, it's fine. All three phases, your hormones are important. Your hormones are related with your metabolism. There are glands in the body, pituitary gland, which releases the hormones. If your hormones you want to keep correct, you need to keep your body correct. Many times we starve, we give up on food. See why the nature has produced all these things so that we can use the nutrients inside them. Otherwise, the nature must not have produced it. We get, every country doesn't get same kind of grains, or every country doesn't produce same kinds of foodstuffs. Why? As per the climatic conditions, environmental conditions, as per the you can say the genetic profile of that country, the production is done, or the produces are done. In our country, you get grains. Why? Because the climatic conditions need that. The
Hmm.
environmental, the habitat is like that. In US, UK, you don't get wheat. Why?
Hmm.
Because the people over there require more of a protein. Those are countries which have a similar kind of climate throughout the year. If the
Hmm.
climate is more cold, you need protein. Why? Because your
Hmm.
body needs muscle that time. But
Hmm.
in our country, where the climatic condition changes every 3 months, you need every kind of nutrient. So it is important to take
Hmm.
care of that. And in fertility, you don't need to do things differently, but you need to
Hmm.
right. That is
Hmm.
important. You don't need to
Hmm.
do totally different from what all are doing. You need to do things very simple. And the consistency, people do it for 1 week and then leave it. Why? Because when they do tough things, the consistency doesn't happen. When you do
Hmm.
simple things, you really, what you can say, doubt yourself that I'm doing so
Yeah.
simple things. Kaise hoga? Simple
Hmm.
things will only work because they will sustain with you. They will go on a long
Hmm.
run. Complex
Hmm.
things are not going to go with you in a long run. That's
Hmm. Hmm. Very well said, Dr. Rekha. Thank you so much. We are exactly at 7. And my takeaway from this whole conversation is do simple things with your lifestyle. Simple things like one fruit a day, 1 liter water for 20,
2 liter,
uh,
1 liter water for 20 kgs.
1 liter for 20 kgs. So
Yes,
calculate how much water you need. Use your weekends to de stress yourself. Enjoy your Netflix time to de stress yourself. Do simple things. Simple things run for long. To solve a problem, we don't necessarily need big solutions. Simple things can also solve big problems like PCOS, fertility, etc. And whatever we discussed is all meant for men and for women both.
yes.
Anything else that you want to share just before we close this session?
So I will just say one thing. Age is not a factor where your fertility gets affected. It's your mood of your lifestyle. Nowadays, people run behind lot of AMH or test or doing so many things to achieve motherhood or a parenthood. As I told you, plan in a simple way, consult an expert who can advise you in a right way. Rather than telling you complex things, just tell you simple things and things which are possible. Spending too much on treatments is not necessary all the time. When it is necessary, yes, trust your doctor, but not always. So believe in simple things and trust your intuition. Use your common sense. When you use common sense, things get very easy.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Rekha, for sharing that. Guys, we have her website right in the caption. Go ahead, connect with her if you feel like. And thank you so much. We will see you all next week again with yet another story. And Dr. Rekha, thank you once again for giving simple, easy tips to keeping us healthy.
Thank you so much, Ruchi. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Him. Bye.
Thank
Happy
you.
Diwali.
Roshni Mubarak. Thank you.
Thank you.